My name is Antonio.
My name is Brianna.
And we are the Levisons.
Hey.
We have been together for...
Drum roll, please.
A little over 13 years now.
Yep.
And married for a full 10. We wanted to start this podcast to give people guidance and information as far as relationships. Mm-hmm. We've been together for so long and we've been through so much. Not saying that we have
mastered.
Because we're still growing. Mm-hmm. But we just see a lot of young couples, a lot of young black couples at that. Just a lot of young couples get divorced and go through tough times and don't know how to push through, or they need help and they're looking for help, but sometimes it doesn't seem like help is around the corner. And so many people tell us that, we are couple goals. They look up to us. They admire us as a couple. And we had to start seeing it for ourselves.
Right.
Because from the inside looking out, as opposed to the outside looking in is what you guys do, we just feel like we a normal couple.
Because it ain't been perfect. Let me tell you, it has been a struggle. So we wanted to share our journey and hope that it helps others. Maybe we didn't have anyone that we can look up to. We literally had to figure it out on our own. It was very important for us to pave the way for somebody else. Maybe we can share our journey and it'll help someone better themselves, better their life.
13 years and 4 months now. People look at us like, how? You guys look so young. How did you weather the storm? But guess what the secret is? The secret, and we learned this around what? Year 6? Year 7?
I feel like I learned it way before you. So you probably learned it in year 6. I probably learned it like year 3.
We learned that the key to staying together is communication.
Yep.
It's so simple, guys. Like, communicating with each other. Like, if I feel a certain way, I tell her. If she feels a certain way, she tell me. If you're a small business owner, please don't send us products. Tell us what your product is so we can buy your product and shout your product out on our pages, on our videos, because we want to help small business.
So what's the first topic, bro?
I mean, how does it always start? How we started. We got to go to how...
Your version is different from my version.
We got to go to how we started. We got to go to where it all began.
It started Collinwood. How you meet? How we meet? What's your story?
You want me to tell you the whole story?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm gonna break it down all the way to the meat and potatoes, because she's skipping over some things. So one night, me and my homeboys was rolling down the street on Grovewood Avenue off of Lakeshore in Cleveland, Ohio. If you know it, you know it. You don't, you don't. All right. So I'm driving. Boom, and we see these 3 girls.
It wasn't 3. It was 2.
2, 3, 7.
It was
12.
only me and dark skin Ariel.
All right, so you and dark skin Ariel. It was 2 of them. We was rolling, and my homeboy Nick, my brother Nick, said, "Hey, yo, there goes some chicks. I'm gonna get out, and then I'll meet y'all back at West's house." So my homeboy West got out, and they walked down the street. So I rode down the street. They came back. My man Nick was like, "Yeah, I got one of their numbers. Blah blah blah. We good." So I say, "Cool." So he gets to talking to him. Like a week later, he like, "Yeah, they go Collinwood. She said she know of you." I'm like, "Who is she?" He was like, "One of them name is Brianna. She on a cheerleading team." So I was like, "Cool, let me ask my cousin." My cousin was on a cheerleading team with her. So I called my cousin. She like, "Oh yeah, I know her. I seen her in the hallway one day." And I was like, "Man, is that her?"
What you do in the hallway?
So I did a little gesture. Could have been inappropriate. I was 17. Who cares? I seen her. I wanted her. I've been wanted her. I needed her. I had to have her. So, like the next week, 2 of the girls that I was real cool with was on the cheerleading team with her. I told them to put me on, but they told me, she a good girl. You gonna ruin her life.
Say it again. They said I was a what?
You gonna ruin her life.
Shout out to Felicia and Danny.
And then they said, you ain't shit. This, that, and the third. And I said, wait a minute. This is probably one of my top 5 most romantic times in our relationship. So when we was
I
together,
don't know where you're going.
you gon' hit it in a minute. It's gonna catch you. You gonna smile. I'm gonna see you. When we was together at the beginning, Grandma, close your ears. We were having a lot of relations together.
Just say it. We grown at this point.
We was doing a lot of sex. Okay, we was having a lot of sex every day, multiple times. Boom, it was incredible. So we was doing it over and over again. So my brother said, y'all is addicted. Y'all can't not have sex for a day. So me and her was like, we cannot have sex for a week. He said, I bet y'all can't. So we said, listen, we won't have sex for 3 weeks. We won't have sex
was it 3 or 2?
It was 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks. It was we didn't have sex again until after Thanksgiving, because that was the beginning of November. So it was 3 weeks. So we literally won the bet. 3 whole weeks of no sex with each other. When we finally had sex, we had sex under the coffee table in the living room on Stevenson.
Sorry, you didn't have to go that far.
After we had the sex,
that's when he was in love.
When we got done, we laid there and cried with each other.
Yeah.
And that right there, when that happened, that's when I knew I really loved her. And that's when I knew I probably would be with her for forever, because I ain't never cried with a woman, whatever it was in my life. And then it was over some sex. It was really that good. But she started crying first. And it triggered something inside of my spirit.
Snitches get stitches.
And some tears came out of my eyes. And I was like, babe, what's wrong? Babe, what's wrong?
Tracy.
It's a story.
Go.
So they told me she was a good girl, not to ruin her life. I said, I don't care. And then they was like, you know what? Go ahead, talk to her. So I talked to her. You know, when I went, hit her up, we was at a football game. Who was Cottonwood playing that day?
We was playing Glenville.
Because
they moved our game last minute
to Rose.
To Rose,
yeah. So they moved our game to Rose, to the west side, the other side of the city. So we had to travel all the way to the west side to go to the game.
Be a shootout.
So I see her under the bleachers. She walking under the bleachers. She going to the concession stand. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go get her. I'm about to get her. So I go up under the bleachers. I say, what's up? You know, I see you, see me, see you. What you trying to do? So we get to rapping. I got the number. That's how it happened. I hit her up the next day. We gets to talking. Shorty couldn't have enough of the kid. And then that was it. You know?
That ain't it.
She married me.
Oh.
That's how it happened.
Yeah.
What you was about to say? Because I'm about to go to
the movies.
No, we're not going to talk about the movie.
No, wait, you might as well. Let's go. We going.
All right, cool. So, Veterans Day 2007. No, the day before. November 10th, 2007. Me and her officially became a couple for the first time.
He texted me like, so.
Let's make it official.
Ain't no point of playing.
Let's grow up.
Talk to me, daddy.
Grow up, baby. Let's get this popping.
Talk to me.
So the next day was Veterans Day. We didn't have school. So I went, picked her up, took her on a nice little date.
Wait, he set me up.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. So after this, he set me up.
So we go to the movie. We go see American Gangster. I had never seen the movie before.
Yes, he did. He seen American.
We had sex in the movie the first date.
He took advantage of me. He knew what he was doing. He already seen the movie.
She ain't say no.
It wasn't nobody in there.
She ain't say no.
Who does that?
She ain't say no. But anyway, so after that, we went strong for a good 3 months?
No,
it wasn't 3 months. We broke up right after Valentine's Day.
But you got to acting up. You and Curtis was going clubbing. You got to acting up at New Year's.
No, we had been clubbing before that.
But y'all was going clubbing hard, and we wasn't talking that night. And I wasn't about to play with you, bruh.
We what? Oh no, we wasn't. No. Yeah, after New Year's happened.
Because he ain't never felt nothing like in the first 30 days he was in love.
All right, so all right, here's the thing. Okay. All right, here's the thing. I'm gonna open myself up because I said I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. I said sorry guys. I said I love you first. I said it a week before Christmas. I bought her some shoes.
That's a good story.
That's the first ever Christmas gift I got was some shoes.
Christmas. Let me tell the Christmas story. So one of Tony's best friends, his name is Lil Tony, And we were all talking about just Christmas and how we was giving gifts, right? Lil Tony.
Can I help you, son?
Paused. Hey, Tootie.
Come here, Tootie.
Nuh-uh, his hair ain't done. Brooklyn took his braids out. Nope. So, Lil Tony snuck on the phone and was like, I know what you got for Christmas.
Not stink, my homeboy Lil Tony.
Yeah, not my little baby. Got on he like, oh, I know what Tony got you for Christmas. I was like, you do? Tell me so I know what I'm doing. So he like, oh, I know what you got. I was like, oh, what I get so I know if I need to trump his gift. And Lil Tony was like, he got you lingerie from Victoria's Secret. I said, oh, okay, I can beat that.
Move, girl.
So he comes over to my house. Remind you, my mom has never met any of my boyfriends ever. Like that was not a thing ever.
She met a player and she's been loving me ever since.
My oldest sister, which is like my best friend, my road dog, Mook. Everybody know like that's my piece. She only had met like one person by default. So Christmas, him and Lil Tony come over. So in my mind, I have lingerie in this box, okay? So Tony, like, Mook and everybody, we sitting around, he give me the gift, and I'm like, how disrespectful is he being right now? Like, he about to make me open this gift.
Mind you, I didn't know Lil Tony told her that. I'm
about to open this gift in front of my mama and my sister, which my sister is like my other mama. I'm not doing that. So I went to the bathroom to open it first, and it was a pair of green, custom green dunks, Nike dunks. I was like, oh. So I went back out, and then I showed everybody. I was all happy. I gave you more, Tony.
There we go. So what happened at the one thing that a lot of people don't know about me that
Tony used to dance. He was like Chris Brown. And
I used to be I used to be a very great dancer, and then Brianna told me that I had too many muscles and I couldn't dance like that anymore, and I stopped dancing.
Okay, to be fair,
ain't no fair about it.
He was working out with his mentor, his brother Jermaine Blair. Okay.
And I wasn't even that big when she told me. I was like 180 when she told me that.
But you were like 150 when we first started. He was working, like, he was like looking like Blair Jr. and looking dumb. Ain't had no neck. It had nothing but shoulders and arms. Walking around looking dumb. Okay. And then he used to try to dance. He was like all stiff and wasn't even flowing and stuff. I was like, no, you're not about to be out here embarrassing me.
Yeah, I was an incredible dancer. He was
alright.
Stop playing.
I mean, you can move your hips.
Tell them the stories. About them ambassador and them baby grand days.
I was only in the club with you twice.
Tell them.
Back then?
That might be true.
Yeah, I was only in the club.
Yeah,
with you twice.
we never went to the club.
I wasn't trying to go to the club with you.
Yeah.
Who goes to the club with their boyfriend? Let's go to February.
Let's see. February, my emotions was all over the place. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, I was afraid. Never felt like that before. I was a young kid.
What did you feel like? Explain your feelings.
I feel like I loved her too much, and I was getting attached.
Who says that though? Like, how can you love somebody too much?
Whatever. So we went to Cheesecake Factory with Herm and Candace for Valentine's Day.
And I should have known I was pregnant.
And that's when that day she ate what did you eat at Cheesecake Factory?
I had chicken.
And she threw it up. And we was all like, why are you throwing up? You was just fine 3 minutes ago.
It was the smells, everything.
Then she was catching, like, she was talking about a smell from 2 tables away from us. And we young, so we not paying attention to it. We just thinking she tripping. Mm-hmm. So that Sunday, 3 days later,
called me.
I called her and I broke up with her.
And what was you doing?
I was on the toilet
sitting on the toilet. This nigga had the audacity to call me.
Did grandma just call me stupid?
Yes, and dump me while he was sitting on the toilet shitting.
Shitting.
And I was in McDonald's. And guess what? It was perfect timing because my ex-boyfriend was in McDonald's.
But she ain't gonna tell y'all that she was crying.
I was crying.
She was crying.
I was crying. Aaron and him walked me home. And guess what? What happened that very next day?
Oh, she came. All right, she came to school.
Cause I'm petty.
I knew she was plotting. I knew this was a setup. She came to school. I never forget. I was on the first floor. I seen her first, but I wanted to act like I ain't seen her. I seen her from a distance. She got some heels on and I ain't never seen before ever. She got these tight ass leggings on and I ain't never seen before.
Legging, they was black school pants.
They were school pants, but they was like real.
With a black
tight.
And white polka dot vest.
She had a little vest on with a little button down shirt on.
Tootie.
And
take
then,
Remy upstairs
so
and feed her.
This how petty she was. She walked in the direction of me and all my friends and spoke to everybody and looked at me and walked away. Now this is how I know she was being petty because she don't walk like this normally.
No, I walk normal.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, I was.
No, she ain't gonna tell that part.
I'm not gonna change my walk. I was already looking good. I didn't need to walk.
That thing was
different.
That thing was moving.
And what you was thinking? What you and Joe say?
I was like, Joe looked at me and Joe was like, "Nigga, you stupid." Oh man, shut the fuck up. You dumb.
Literally, our relationship is so crazy. When it comes to dates, like everything that happens in our relationship always happens in threes, and it's usually day after day or 1 week, the next week. You know, like it's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like it always happens.
I never thought about it like that. That it does happen.
It happens in threes, and it usually is
that.
1 day, 2, 3, or 1 week, 2 week, 3 week. It always does that.
Mm-hmm.
So we broke up first week. That was a Sunday. The very next Sunday, he told me he didn't want to go to prom with me anymore. Yeah, you forgot that part, bruh. Yeah. And then the very next week, I found out I was pregnant.
So if you're from Cleveland, you know the Collinwood Glenville rival was heavy. Well, it was heavy back then at that time, and especially on the cheerleading sector. She was probably hands down the best cheerleader in the city of Cleveland. Like I wouldn't even think about it. She was probably the best cheerleader in the city of Cleveland. And it was Collinwood blood. Collinwood blood was running strong. Mm-hmm. So Collinwood was actually.
I ain't even gonna front though. Glenville did it.
Yeah, fuck
they did. No, I ain't gonna say that.
So every year somehow, some way, Collinwood cheerleaders found themselves coming up short against Glenville. Mm-hmm. And after a while, it got annoying. So that year we lost. We lost to Glenville, and
we lost by 2 points.
They lost by 2 points.
We didn't have a jump. We didn't have in our dance routine. We didn't have a sequence of jumps.
So this is what happened. So when they call out the names of the winners, mm-hmm. they bring up the captains, and all the captains line up. Mm-hmm. And as they announce honorable mention, boom, 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 mm-hmm. 5th place, 4th place, 3rd place. The captains walk up, get the trophy or the envelope and whatever. So, the last 2 teams standing was Collinwood and Glenville. Mm-hmm. And we thought we had it won. Yeah. It was in the bag. Collinwood, the whole gym was full of Collinwood fans. We was going crazy. What? If you're from Collinwood, you know what. So, we going crazy. We think we got it in the bag. And they say, first runner-up, Collinwood High School. When I seen her head drop and the emotion, like the disappointment leave out of her, I gotta admit something happened in my body. I was like, damn. I kind of got emotional for her. And all the emotions just got to running
You
back.
Ain't told me that.
See, I was saving that for the live. I gotta keep some secrets. Went over there and I talked to her. I was like, "Hey, you did good. Y'all killed. Boom, boom, boom. You look good." And then she smiled, and I was like, "Uh-oh, she's still feeling the nigga." So I said, "Y'all did good. Y'all killed. They cheated y'all. fuck the Ville. It's Collinwood all day. Blah blah blah. You know. And I said,
we got Glenville colors on right now.
Oh, we do got Glenville colors. Disregard the colors.
Disregard
the colors.
Keep going.
So I was like, y'all. I said y'all should have won. Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, yeah, you look good too. And she was like, thank you. And I was like, oh, she smiled. She liked that shit. Oh, she love a nigga. So we got talking.
That's what you got for me saying, smiling.
Yeah, because when I text you later on that night, you text back.
I always text back.
No, but you text back. You text back, and it was very intriguing.
Yes, Tootie. Yes.
Your sister's upstairs. So she texts back. She was loving the nigga, and then
go get Sissy.
While I was in another relationship, she was in another relationship. We were in entanglement.
Dre, I'm gonna bust you up tomorrow.
But everybody that I kicked it with knew what was going on.
I wasn't kissing.
Yeah.
So when I found out I was pregnant, it was a total fluke that I even found out. So what happened was, Tootie.
Hey, Tootie. Give me that water over there.
So what happened was, I went with one of my cousins to Planned Parenthood because she thought she was pregnant, but she also wanted to get on birth control. So I was going as a support
top of the freezer where the vegetables is.
Okay. I was just there just because, she was dating somebody in the 12th grade and I was dating somebody in the 12th and we was doing the little thing. Remind you, I was protecting myself. To come to find out, Tony set me up at the movie theaters. He poked a hole in it.
I didn't poke a hole.
I'm telling you, he poked a hole in the condom. That's the only way.
See, she waited till I left to throw that little one in there. I didn't poke a hole.
Okay.
I didn't poke a hole.
What was wrong with it?
I didn't poke a hole. The condom just was in my wallet for about 3 months. And I think it might have dried out and did what it did on the accident.
So he set me up.
I didn't set her up. I thought it was good. I didn't know condoms expired.
What? Like, he set me up.
I was 17.
And I'll be back. Okay, take Tootie.
Come on.
And remind y'all, remember he already seen the movie that he took me to. Yes, Mook, he tried to trap me. He did trap me. Anyway, so I found out that we went to Planned Parenthood. She did everything. We did everything we were supposed to do at the appointment. Sorry, I have a new guest. Hi, you guest.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi.
You ruining my story.
Your story?
Yeah, my story. All right, you gotta go. We talking grown-up stuff.
Tony.
Upstairs. Go ahead. Daddy wants you.
Come on.
Go upstairs.
Get your bottle.
So, Mook, I tell you, Candace is is the person I call, is my cousin. The cousin that went with me. So, she goes up and she gets, they call her name. They have a little brown bag and they say, give her stuff. So it was her birth control. Sorry, Candace, I'm putting our business out there. Then it's my turn. They call my name. They at the door. They say, oh, we need you in the back. Why do I get special treatment? I am just here for support. They take me in the back. They sit me down. They say, Brianna, at the time I was Brianna Smith. Did you know that you was pregnant? No, not me. Ain't no way I'm pregnant. Ain't no way. I am protected and I follow all the rules, do everything I'm supposed to. So then they go back and they was like, well, you're about this week's, how many weeks or whatever. So I'm like, ain't no way. I'm like, ain't no way. He ain't no way. So as soon as we was on our way to cheerleading practice, and I called my captain and I told her, and I was like, me and Tony literally just broke up last week. Like, I'm not telling him, and he just said he got into college, was going to college. I'm not gonna ruin it. I just got my acceptance letter to Clark Atlanta, which is my dream college. I'm like, I'm not about to, like, I was thinking about everybody else. And also my grandfather had just passed. My grandfather, like, that was my road dog.
Who called you with the story? Mook, was it me or her? Cause I remember
that was my role. Anyway, that was my grandfather. He was my person. Every Sunday, he would send something home with my mom because my mom's church was right across the street from where he lived. I called him every morning. He would just tell me, "Baby girl, I love you." This, that, and the third. So, Felicia, she called and told Tony behind my back because I wasn't gonna tell him because I was gonna take care of it and go from there. So I called my sister.
It is, Luch. It is, brother.
I called my sister, I called my sister and I just boo-hoo cried. I was like, how can this happen to me? Out of every, you got a hole in your lip. This can't happen to me. Like, I've been following the rules and clearly he set me up. Okay. Yes, you set me up. You was trying to hold the G down.
I was just as shocked as you was. I didn't get how it happened because
you set me up.
I made sure.
No, you didn't. Clearly, you didn't make sure. So,
but I mean, it was good.
So the crazy part, we go. Me,
this story. My sister. This story for Lanisha. Okay.
Lanisha started, so I'm giving her all the juice. So my sister told my mom because I wasn't telling my mama because guess what? Out of all my mama kids, I'm the angel. My sister, my mom worked like a dog. Like all my mom did was work. She worked. Like she had to support us and she support like everything. She was the foundation of us and so my sister stepped in and she helped raise me, my siblings, my sisters, my nieces and nephews. So like my sister moved. That's
824, Grandma.
That's my person. She's my heart, my world, like everything. I would not be the woman I am today without my sister. She laid the foundation for me. I'm surprised I'm back with Tony after he dumped me the first time because my sister would have been like, "Yeah, it's time to cut ties." Hold on. First of all, it's time to cut ties. First of all,
here's the thing. Mook was just mad at me, but Mook loved me.
Yes, her and my
she
mom.
was just upset with me.
Yes, but
when I came back into the fold,
you don't know my sister.
I do.
Do she forgive anybody?
She does hold grudges, but
forgive anybody?
When it comes to me, Mook was like, "All right, let me give him another try." I threw the oop on the second try, and I banged it into the cool. You know what I'm saying? I banged. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I did what I had to do on the second time around because Mook loved me. She seen that I was the only person that made you as happy as you really was.
Yes, this is true.
So don't say that about Mook and me because Mook
I didn't say it. I wasn't talking about you.
Mook know I'm the one, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5.
Whatever, she know that. But
every Friday, 7 p.m. we will be doing Facebook Lives, and if you can't catch us on Fridays, the videos that we post on Fridays, the videos that we do on Fridays, I will be editing and posting Saturday morning on our YouTube channel. So if you don't have our YouTube channel, go look us up. Being Married with the Levisons on YouTube. Everything you see here, the content will be put on YouTube, but it won't be.
She do all the arts and crafts.
If you on here late, again, if you have, Jesus Christ, this boy.
Come on, baby.
If you have a business, have a small business, reach out to us so we can buy your product. We don't want anything for free. We want to buy your product and advertise your product on our episodes. We want to support as many small businesses as we possibly can. So if you have a business, I don't care what kind of business it is. I don't care if you sell toothpicks. If you sell toothpicks, let us know. We will buy your product and we will introduce your product to the world.
Hey, Tootie look like me right now. Look at him.
No, he doesn't.
Look at that baby. That baby look just
all right,
like
let's
me.
take a poll right quick before we get off. Who does Tootie look like right now?
Light skin, but he look like you right now.
Go on,
All right.
get you a business, Karina. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in for us this long. We was not supposed to be on here for an hour and 20 minutes, but we wasn't. We was not supposed to be on here for an hour and 20 minutes. We had a game plan, 35 minutes tops. But like I said, if you missed this, or if you miss, yes, Mook. Oh, Tony. Mook said, listen.
You thirsty.
Man.
Just because Mook said that.
Yes.
Just because Mook
Yes.
said that. You
Courtney
thirsty.
said Tony too.
Whatever. Anyway, all right, family.
Oh, yeah.
Mook said, hey,
We
girlfriend.
thank y'all for rocking with us. Every Friday at 7 p.m., you guys can find us right here on the Levison's Facebook channel. And if you do, Levison's Facebook page.
Lanisha said, hey.
If you do not catch us on live, you can
You
go
wanna
and
hang
see
with
us at YouTube
wanna hang
YouTube
with
at the
Jeffrey?
Levisons. Thank y'all for tuning in. This wasn't supposed to be this long. You doing the outro for me, Tootie?
Say bye. Say
Like,
have a good night.
subscribe, share. The Levisons are out.
Mm-mm.